This is Chris Spiker. The rodeo's in town this weekend. With me, Johnny Zammerslaw. Johnny, you've been in the Valley a long time at Western Pacific Roofing.
Yes, sir.
And you're a rodeo guy.
Yes, sir.
What's going on this weekend?
Circuit finals. This is the culmination of 40-some rodeos in California, pro rodeos. And after those rodeos compete all year, we pick the top 12 in each category, and including barrel racing. We bring them here
To Lancaster.
to Lancaster at the Antelope Valley Fair, and we put up a little over $185,000, so they'll come compete.
And you brought a couple of cowboys with you today.
I have really two cowboys, one that's been with me a long time. That's our announcer, Don Jesser, the well-known voice of the Showdown Rodeo. And also I have Ryder Kisner, who is world champion at what he does, and that's ropes, gunslinging, and a little bit of whip cracking. And he's been with Don and I the last couple of days calling on kids in schools and showing them a little bit about rodeo. So thanks, Chris, for having us here, and I'll let you talk to Don and Ryder.
Well, thank you, Johnny. Don, I want to ask you, what was it like in the schools today? Had third graders ever thought they wanted to grow up to be a cowboy and throw a rope like Ryder does?
Well, I think that the atmosphere that we found in schools today was a blessing in disguise, because these kids had no idea how rodeo got started, and I got to explain to them why it's America's #1 family sport, and how it got started in the 1800s with a cowboy that said he'd never been throwed, and a rancher said, I got a horse that's never been rode. So they brought him to Main Street and had a big old gathering of people, and they bet on the horse and they bet on the cowboy, and rodeo was born. And those kids love that.
And you get to wear a cool hat.
Yeah, you get to wear a cowboy hat, and the biggest question they had, are you a real cowboy? And I said, yes, I was born and bred a real cowboy.
Yeah. So, but you're in California.
Yeah.
There's a rodeo in California.
Yeah, there's a lot of rodeos in California, and there's a lot of good cowboys in California. Not only rodeo cowboys, but there's some big ranches in California. They raise a lot of cows in this state and a lot of beef in this state, and you got to have good cowboys to raise good beef, and California's got it.
So going back to the third grade, some of those kids I'm sure had never been to or seen a rodeo.
That's right. I polled the kids, and about 90% of them, when I asked them, have you seen a rodeo or ever been to one, none of them, about 90% didn't raise their hand. And I said, how many want to go to a rodeo? All of them raised their hand. They went, especially after Ryder got done playing with them.
You mentioned Ryder at the press conference this week. You did a great introduction for Ryder. So since you're the voice of the rodeo, I thought I'd let you introduce Ryder Kisner.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is 4 times world champion trick roper. He's been to the national finals as a specialty act 6 times. He's been nominated specialty act of the year. This is his 5th time. Make welcome the one and only Ryder Kinzer.
And then the crowd goes wild. Yeah. Now thanks for having me on your show.
You bet. You're a young guy. How long have you been doing this?
Man, I've been doing it all my life. He was saying he was bred and raised in rodeo. My name is Ryder Chase Kisner. If I'm not riding, I'm chasing. My little brother's Roper Catch Kisner. I'm 5th generation in rodeo. So I grew up with the rope in my hands and sitting on a horse. And when I turned 9 years old, I got a Will Rogers trick roping kit for Christmas, and the rest is history. It's really opened the world to me. I've won a few world championships. I've got to travel all around the world and perform for some very cool people, and now I get to come and work the California Circuit Finals, which is awesome. I love it.
So are you standing out in the middle of the arena doing your show?
Yeah, actually, this year is the first year. I've always kind of done it out in the dirt, like the old cowboys, just out there in the mud and the dirt and the dust. And this year I decided, like you said, I've been nominated for Dress Act of the Year last couple of years, and I really want to win it, so I built a truck. I got a brand new truck, and I built a stage that goes over the top of it. I got fog machine blowing fog out underneath, got lights up on top of it. I try to make as much of it like a rodeo rock star stage as I could, and I'm pretty happy with it. I've gotten a lot of good reviews on it this year, and this will be like one of the first times that it's been out in California. So if you've seen me before, and you liked it, it's better this year than it's ever been. So I'm pretty happy about it.
I would imagine you can find videos of yourself on YouTube, but there's nothing like seeing you in person.
Oh yeah, no, there's videos of me on YouTube catching on fire and having all kinds of fun. But watching it live, I mean, a live show, you're gonna see things. I mean, I work at my ropes, whips, and guns pretty much every day. I love doing it. I would do it if I wouldn't get paid. And so, I mean, every time you see me, I pray that I get a little bit better. And I think from last year I'm a lot better. So
there's a rodeo Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Sunday afternoon.
and Sunday afternoon, in conjunction with the flea market, and also there's a craft fair going on. There's a lot going on at the
I'm
fairgrounds.
gonna tell you, this is gonna be the 3 days of family entertainment that you don't wanna miss. You know, like I said 100 times, if you miss this event, you're crazier than the cowboys that try to ride them bulls. And that's a true fact. This is gonna be, with Ryder here and the caliber of livestock that we've got here, the caliber of cowboys and cowgirls, world champion barrel racer is gonna be here. She's competing, she's from California, she won the world last year. It's gonna be so much fun to watch this caliber of talent on the human side of it, but the animal athletes that they're bringing to this rodeo is unbelievable. It's gonna be like watching the Super Bowl.
Wow, the Super Bowl of rodeo,
The Super Bowl of rodeo.
right here in the Antelope Valley,
You betcha.
this weekend.
This weekend.
See, you got
Sunday is a matinee at 2 o'clock, but the other shows, Friday and Saturday, are at 7 o'clock at night. And that's where he's gonna shine, because we're trying to figure out how to shut the lights off and get them back on again in record time, because he has got the coolest show now. Ryder's got one of the coolest shows you'll ever see in rodeo. I guarantee it.
Wow.
Don't wanna miss it.
Okay,
I
sounds
better
like.
live up to it.
Yeah, no pressure. So you're feeling good? Everything's
Oh
loose?
yeah, I'm feeling good. I've spent my whole life working for opportunities like this.
So in a month, how many times do you perform? At a rodeo?
This month, oh man, I went for about 2.5 weeks straight. I think I figured it up. I did about 34 shows this month. But a few of those days I had 2 shows a day, and I went from Montana to Minnesota, California, Oregon, Oklahoma, Kansas, and I'm back out here in California.
Does rodeo have a season?
For me, I start the first weekend in January. I've only had 4 weekends off, and I have 1 more weekend off until the NFR, and so I go pretty much year round. But I'm really blessed. I do a lot of rodeos and corporate events, Wild West shows. But yeah, rodeo it's mostly during the summer. But man, we got some great rodeos during the winter and the stock shows and rodeos.
What's the difference between a Wild West show and a rodeo?
Paycheck. No, you go out there. Rodeo, I mean, rodeo is something, it's not, like Wild West show, I love doing them. I'm not bashing on them in any way, but it's not real. Like, you watch a rodeo, that's authentic, real cowboys and cowgirls riding real bucking horses, roping real cattle. Like, it's a real Wild West show. It's as close as you can get to going back in the 1800s and watching the old guys out in pasture roping horses and riding bulls and stuff. Like, it's authentic, and man, your adrenaline gets going. You got a bunch of pretty girls and fast horses, and man, it's crazy. I know, I had to bring that up.
I knew you were going to bring up the pretty girls.
Fast
Yeah.
horses, pretty girls.
Yes.
But not in that order.
No.
No, not in my mind.
Now, the Queens are competing this week.
Yes.
Are all 9 of them going to stick around, or?
Yes, they'll be around till the last performance.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's gonna be, and we'll announce the winner for 2019's Miss Rodeo California on Sunday afternoon.
What are the times of the performances?
7 o'clock Friday night, 7 o'clock Saturday night, 2 o'clock Sunday matinee.
And there are some coupons floating around for like.
You go online, you can save money by purchasing ahead, at least $10 a ticket by just coming online and doing it. And we do some giveaways. Patriotic Night is Friday night. We're letting all of our military in free with their family.
Very good.
We're going to salute our military. Pink Night on Saturday. Come out and support breast
I
cancer.
got to get a scarf.
Breast
And-
cancer awareness, folks.
sir.
I guarantee you, every dime that we raise at this rodeo on Saturday night through the breast cancer awareness stays right here in this community to fight this dreaded disease.
Love it. And is it true that if you will ride the Bronco, you can get in for free?
That's not true, no.
No.
We would not want people getting hurt, and that'd be a risk.
These are professionals.
Yep.
These are professionals, and they do get hurt. That's why we have AMR there representing us on the contestant side, and of course, we have Dr. Briley there, our chief veterinarian, to take care of the animal athletes, and we do take care of our animals just as well as we do our contestants. We take care of them. We want to make sure they're healthy and that they enjoy a great time in the circuit. And you know, Don was telling people today, those animals usually work 8 seconds each ride, but all year they only work maybe 8, 9, 10 minutes, and the rest of the time they're eating and drinking water and having a great time. It's a great life, and we take good care of them. Our stock contractors feed them well, and that's why we pick them and bring the best here.
That's why the animals are also the best of the best. They're the
They're handpicked.
superstars.
We actually have representatives from our circuit that actually pick the animals from all the stock contractors. They pick the best they can get.
So Don, we just have a minute left.
Okay.
Tell me something about the Antelope Valley, why it's a great place to work.
Well, the reason why Antelope Valley is such a great place to come to is because of the structure of the people. We're a country community. Regardless of whether you think you're in a big city or not, you're in the country up here. And High Desert was founded on alfalfa and on cattle and on the dairy business and on fairs and on rodeo and on cowboys and cowgirls. So our fan base has grown to the aspect of the reason why it's grown is because we're in the country.
So this weekend at the Antelope Valley Fairgrounds, California Circuit Finals Rodeo, be there or
Be square.
there you go. Thanks,
Don't
guys.
miss it. Don't miss it. I guarantee you, it's a Super Bowl of rodeos. It's the best rodeo in the state of California.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Chris, for
guys.
having us.